Hi, I'm Alastair from the Drinking Man's Guide to Scotland, and today I'm on the southeast of Islay. Not just enjoying the rugged coastline and the beautiful sunshine, which you don't always get in Islay, I'm also enjoying some great whisky as well. And I've come today to the Ardbeg Distillery, down the southeast coast as I said, just past a place called Port Ellen. Ardbeg was started in 1815 and is well known for its peaty whisky. I like a peaty whisky, but not too much. Ardbeg is right on the edge for me. So I'm going to stop filming here, start looking around the distillery, see if I can find someone to talk to, and we'll tell you a bit more later on. The Ardbeg Distillery, and I'm speaking to Neil. Neil, very pleased to meet you.
Yep.
A couple of questions for you. I don't know much about Ardbeg apart from it's a nice peaty whisky. When did this distillery start here in Islay?
The distillery started legally in 1815. It was started by a man called John McDougall.
John McDougall. It's a good name.
Very good name. He farmed here at Ardbeg, and he would have, previous to 1815, been like every other farmer, been producing a legal spirit.
Yeah.
So he got his licence in 1815 and then started building up this distillery that we have here today.
Okay. And did he just have the one whisky back then? Did he have a few? Or?
It was all about blends, really, back then. There wasn't this big market that we have today for single malt all around the world. It was a very, very hard market to be in.
So he survived back then. He started his distillery, and he obviously did quite well with it, because we're standing on a very big, beautiful, world now renowned name.
Yeah.
So how do you know how it developed for there a wee bit?
It developed from there. 1959. It was bought over by Distillery Companies Limited and another company called Hiram Walker. They were a Canadian blending firm. Who took over Ardbeg outright in 1977. Who sadly later on, just 4 years later, 1981, were forced to close Ardbeg Distillery. It remained closed at that stage. It went on 1989.
So Ardbeg was silent for a few years, was it?
Most of the 80s.
There was a big dip in the production in the 80s, wasn't
Big dip.
Yeah.
A lot of other distilleries struggled through a lot of these years, but they made it. Other distilleries, Port Ellen closed also. We are now back and a driving force now in the whisky world market.
Excellent. Well, I know the Ardbeg 10-year-old, the ordinary. Well, I'm not going to say the ordinary one, but the best known one. Is there any other expressions of the Ardbeg that are doing well just now? Or?
Yeah, Ugadal is our next up, 54.2% in alcohol, doing very, very well. It's been our bourbon and Oloroso sherry.
I love a sherry finish. I love a sherry finish.
We don't actually have a separate finish. We have separate maturations. Very simple process where we basically take our bourbon cask and our Oloroso sherry, and we marry those together at the end. So yeah, we're not big on separate barrels changing about throughout the process. Very simple process, marrying them together at the end.
Well, it seems to be working so far.
Yes, doing very, very well.
Doing very well.
Yeah.
And a beautiful, beautiful place. I'm going to go and take some more film round about here on a nice sunny day here in Islay, and enjoy the rest of my time at the distillery. But thanks very much for speaking to me, Neil.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
So, we've been to Ardbeg, we've seen some of the distillery, we spoke to Neil, who was very kindly, he gave us some of his time, and we actually had lunch in a place called the Old Kiln Cafe. Absolutely beautiful. If you have the chance to come to Islay and to the distillery, I recommend that cafe. It's the best meal I've had in Islay so far. Ardbeg Distillery, well worth the trip, well worth the view. See you again on the Drinking Man's Guide to Scotland.